Hi, I'm Charles Strong III with Strong Counseling Solutions LLC. We offer on-site counseling at our Gretna location and board-approved online counseling throughout the state of Louisiana. So today I'm going to talk about first impressions. Vanessa Van Edwards has the website scienceofpeople.com and wrote the book Captivate: The Science of Succeeding with People. She went on in her book to talk about first impressions at great length. So the first few seconds of meeting someone sets the stage for the entire encounter. First impressions are hugely important. So job interviews, meeting someone who may become a friend or maybe become a significant other. These are, some classic examples of first impressions and the importance of landing them. So in communication, they have verbal and nonverbal components. So verbal components, think of the words you're using, the tone of voice, you're utilizing as a vehicle for your words. Those filler words like and I'm pretty bad about that, I'll admit. These all play a role in first impressions and communication in general. Nonverbal components, she advised to relax, to take up space, spread your feet wide, hands on the hip, exhibits a confident power pose. She urged that you get into the mindset of excitement to overpower anxiety. So taking a more positive approach and looking forward to the encounter greatly impacts how well you'll do and you'll perform essentially during that communication. So she talked about charisma, where researchers at Harvard found warmth and competence hits closer to charisma more than confidence. Now, you'll see that in narcissists. So they can have all the confidence in the world, right? But low likability, low charisma. And you can think of some examples maybe of narcissists that you may know who are extremely confident in their interactions with others. However, we don't look upon them too favorably. Warmth is important, and that can be increased the more places you see someone. So think of like a coworker that you maybe go grab a bite to eat with or get coffee with, and then you run into them at the store or somewhere out in the community. The more times you see someone and in the more locations, we tend to attribute more warmth to our image of them. So we hold them in higher regard in a way. So her triple threat for positive interactions and first impressions is warmth, competence, and the capacity for the other person to level up the relationship with us. So their equal desire to get where we want to be in the relationship. So for nonverbal components to increase, our positivity, our success, showing hands. So showing your hands increases trust, increases communication. She urged that you lead hand first into a handshake, so there's no confusion about it. We do lots of handshakes when we meet people. And sometimes it can be a little awkward because one person's quicker on the draw or whatever. But if you lead hand first, it cuts out all guesswork and it's pretty straightforward with intention. If you are like in an elevator trying to put together a pitch, trying to sell an idea or a product or something like that, or just trying to make a good impression, when you're using your hands and you're describing something big, you want to convey something big, like a big idea that you have or something like that, expand your hands. So I've got this great idea and I'm working on this, whatever. Having your hands out like this conveys the imagery of something big. Where if you're, I have this big idea, it's smaller, it shrinks you, and inadvertently, I just lower my voice to convey that. So we watch hands maybe more than you realize. If you want to convey confident body language, she mentioned that athletes that were studied, they take up more space when they win. Their shoulders are down and back, their arms are nice and loose, it conveys pride in winning. Eye contact, we always talk about that with nonverbal communication. That produces oxytocin and builds warmth. So you get that positive feeling, warm and fuzzy in some instances, and more respectful, an interpretation of more respect whenever we maintain eye contact. Particularly down here, you've probably been told that as you were raised, always maintain eye contact in a conversation. It's more respectful, right? So if we want to make positive first impressions, if we want to build and maintain healthy relationships and get what we want out of relationships and interactions, you have to try to make people feel wanted, liked, and known. And those are the takeaways. So, thanks for listening. Be well, and try to use what we talked about. Maybe you'll get what you're going for in relationships. And here's a cat because he is crazy right now. There you go. Be well.